to do. That's the only thing I do. You want me to come 3 days ago to heal Lazarus? My Father didn't tell me to do it. My Father didn't show me that's what I need to do. So I'm not coming. But you're too late now, Jesus. It's 3 days later. He's stinking already. No, I'm not late. I only do what my Father told me to do and what He shows me to do. He showed me to pitch up now. I am here now. No, but it's too late. He's dead. You know, dead? No life, no pulse, no heartbeat, dead. I know, but my Father told me to remain where I was 3 days ago when I got the news. Yeah, that's exactly why he's dead. No. I'm in the spot where I need to be because my Father showed me this. Now, what are you going to do? I'm just going to call Him forth because that's what my Father told me to do. I don't have to prove, do, work hard. I just live in a sense of beingness. And sometimes one wants to go overseas and think, oh, that's what needs to happen. No, don't go if God doesn't lead you there, if that's not part of your beingness and what He leads you to do. Or you must start a business, or you must do this and that. Don't do because you're in a pickle. Don't do because you're running at 1,000 kilometers an hour and everyone expects of you to do. Don't do because you feel there won't be provision if you do. Don't do because there are some external pressure. The only way which we're going to shift this paradigm to be led by the Spirit as opposed to be driven by urgency or other people's opinions or your own feelings of inability and incompetence is to rest where you are, to let it go. Is it easy? No. Yeah, but Nico, you can speak because... No, not because. I've had my fair share of poverty in my life, where I've had months without work. Months. Yeah, but you can speak... No, I can't speak lekker. I can't speak lekker, and yeah, you all... No, I didn't have it plain sailing. Promise you I didn't. So what did you do in those seasons that you felt so useless? Well, I kept on feeling useless, to be honest. And then I came up with the metaphor of when I spoke to people, I told them, no, I feel like a Ferrari on an island without tar roads. That helped me a bit. Because at least I'm a Ferrari. Oh. When you're there, remain in Him because that is where you meet Him. That is where you meet your essence. When your power, your wisdom, your background, your experience, your knowledge, your ability is not needed. And you feel so totally useless. You feel so totally incompetent. You feel so totally questioning this life of yours. It's when then that on a different level somewhere here, that a foundation is built that when one day He allows the doing, it's not through effort. It's not through your prowess, strength, wisdom, ability, potential. It's through Him or Him through you. Because you were killed in the process. We don't only die once. You know the whole process of dying so that Christ can live through us. It doesn't happen only once. In my case, I can testify of a couple of times that I felt like He's killing me. He's putting me in a dark room and He's eating the living daylights out of me. And I can't see the light. And I can't see the light. I can't see the light. How are you going to take me through this cancer? How are you going to take me through whatever? Can't see the light. But when you look back, when you've been there, when you've been Moses 40 years without a purpose and a destiny. You remember there was a time span for 40 years that he lived in the desert and got married, was non-functional, being a king. Being a king, people, a king of the most powerful nation of on earth in that time of history of the Egyptians, and now being a shepherd. Not one day, not 1 week, not 1 month, 40 years. 40 years. And you know Joseph's story? You know how old was Joseph when he dreamt? 17. You know when he became the king's assistant? He was 30. 13 years. Slave, in jail, useless, doing nothing, meaning nothing, trying his best even in those times, but not succeeding. And then suddenly, things started to change. I don't think we've got an answer for that kind of wisdom that the Lord does or expresses. Yeah, it's a very, very good question. You realize you can only mean that much to this person. That's the first thing. And maybe you realize, even though he has stopped you to go down that route of talking about faith and religion and his relationship with God, that I'm just telling you now my things in my head, my rationalizations, I would even dare to say. I preach Christ always, and sometimes I use words. So, sir, you and I spending time, you will see Christ, because you're sitting with him, or at least with a vessel that contains him. And you will see glimpses of him. And I have been graciously given the grace to see about 80%, not 100% success rate of people that I journey with for more than 6 to 8 sessions, that eventually we go there and they say, wat sê die ding van jou? Why? Ek het nou op jou Facebook gesien jou story. Hoe kry jy dit reg? And then I believe it's an opportune time to start to talk about the real things. So, jy wil nie weet nie, man. Nee, ek wil weet. Jenny, ja, ek wil. Okay. Sit put. It's all about Jesus Christ. It's my essence. It's about understanding that I'm a son of God, and then I get an opportunity. You still don't necessarily then accept Christ as his Savior, but he's been exposed to the truth now. And the Holy Spirit convicts us of sin, righteousness, and judgment, so the Holy Spirit is, ek is die medewerker saam met hom, en hy saam met my, en hy moet nou hierdie ou convict of sin, righteousness, and judgment. But in essence, you can't mean a lot to those people, but you do a purpose assessment with them. You do a personality analysis to show him who he is. You do encourage him. You do show compassion to him, because in that all, most probably, he will eventually see God. Because you and I, coming from this approach, this perspective, this direction, believing that in essence we are children of God, and that's where we move from in our coaching as well, that this person will see glimpses of God. No, he doesn't have a framework to connect with your framework. He doesn't have a paradigm to interpret your paradigm. The only thing that helps me, I think, is the fact that I build a relationship with this person. And in building a relationship, he eventually allows me to, let's call it, minister to him even, or love him, or show kindness, or show God to him. But there are different things that you can do, like the purpose assessment that I would like to show you that I use. And I know that when a client, which is a Hindu, one of my clients is a Hindu, and we talk about religion, and he sees I respect him completely, because he's open towards me, and he would say, you guys do it this way and we do it this way. And I don't say, we don't talk about politics, sex and religion in corporate settings. We go there. But now it's like I have respect for him, and I can see all the more he's starting to develop some kind of different paradigm towards my religion. But in essence, I know we can only go this far with you. I can't help you to see your purpose through the eyes of God. There are some limitations in working with certain people that don't have completely your fundamental paradigm. Religion and culture is fundamental paradigms that develop in us. So when I work with a different culture, I know there will be possibly some communication gaps that I'm not aware of. And when I work with people of another religion, I know there will be possible gaps that I might not be aware of or aware of. But even though it's like that, I unhook myself of this and say, listen, I'm now here, and you are now my client. And I'm going to do my best to fundamentally show you my Lord, but also mean on the surface level serving you. So you say time management, yes, I can help you with time management. You want to discover your purpose, yes, we can. I've got a little instrument that we can do. So we are limited in essence, but I don't think those limitations should stop you from engaging with people that are not of your kind or your tribe or your type.